Now it's Far East Talking Reds. It's John Gibbons here with Craig Hannan, and because it's such a lovely day, we've come outside. As you all know, the Anfield Rapper base right in the heart of Liverpool, and so we've come out to the waterfront of the pier head so you can see those wonderful three graces behind us, and Craig could not be happier.
I can't feel my ears.
He's wearing all his clothes. Craig keeps a lot of clothes in the office. I mean, I keep a suit there, just in case I got a hype-out business meeting. Hasn't happened yet, still in the wrapper. But you keep a lot of clothes there, you've got all of them on.
Yeah, they just sort of, they lie about in different areas of the office, and I remember I've got them and I go, oh, that's nice, I wear that today. You sort of just choose when I get in, and today I've got them all on. Sam's forced me to come outside. It is a lovely day, but it's absolutely Baltic.
It's going to be 3 minutes. No, it won't. We're going to run through, as ever, all the stuff that's going on with the Anfield Wrap, but also obviously Liverpool Football Club. I want to start with an interview from the official website. Not many of the players have been around this week, but Minamino has done a really good interview with the official site. It's well worth looking into, having a look and having a read. But one thing I wanted to pick up on, Craig, is he mentions that obviously his English isn't great at the moment, his German's better. He's been that's where he's always been living in Austria, so his German's pretty good. But he was saying how much the Mane and Keita are helping him settle, and it seems to be a common theme really when lads come to the club that there's certain people who almost assign themselves to helping them out, and obviously Mane and Keita have got that Salzburg link. They're part of the Red Bull family with him, and so and so they've obviously tried to take him under his wing a little bit, just explained how things work, because it's like, imagine being new in a job, new in work, you don't know anything works and you can't speak the language. It must be sort of, quite daunting really, but it's good that they're helping him out.
Yeah, definitely, and it's easy to forget that these young lads, like Minamino's 24, Keita comes over when he's 22, I think. And when he came over, we heard quite a bit about how he sort of was thrown over in Liverpool, and he was in this big house on his own, and he couldn't speak English, and it took him a little while to settle into a new city, never mind a new culture and new league to play football in. And it's massive that we've just got loads of nice lads in the team that'll look out for each other, and obviously the fact that they all played at Salzburg, they can both speak German, Keita and Minamino, and I'm sure Mane can speak a little bit as well, so that'll be important from him until he gets up to speed with English, and then it becomes a little bit easier. But I'd love to see what they got up to. What do you think they're getting up to at the moment? The three of them.
Minamino's done a Beatles tour.
Has he?
Yeah. I don't know if he's done an official one or just his own, but he's been out and about. He's been seeing all the Beatles stuff. Yeah, he's been enjoying that so far.
Nice. No, it sounds lovely. No, he's boxed it then, hasn't he?
Liverpool done. You can get off now. Just come down here, have a little look. We've got the Beatles statue somewhere out down here. But anyway, maybe Sam will do a pan. I'm making him do work now. The other things, obviously, there's as ever with a quiet week, the papers fill it with transfer stuff. So there's a couple of things. Adama Traoré is one who obviously Jurgen Klopp's praised. The last fella we praised, Minamino, ended up here. He likes, so he's praised him. Pep Guardiola talked about how dangerous he's well. Klopp called him unplayable. The talk of the papers at the moment is that he's most likely, if he is to move, to go back to Barcelona. I mean, I forgot that he was there, but apparently he feels like he's got unfinished business.
Oh, does he? Yeah. Okay. He doesn't get enough goals and assists for me. He looks so dangerous, and I think he just feels like a bit of a flavour of the month. Like, I'd like to see this for a prolonged period of time, because throughout his time in England, he's sort of been in and out of the first team, both at Wolves, at Middlesbrough and so on. So I'd like to see it over a longer period of time. I think has he got 3 or 4 goals or something?
He's not got loads of goals. He's got quite a few assists this season. I think he's really kicked on this year, and I think you might want to wait, Craig, but it might be too late. Do you know what I mean?
They're talking about a 75 million, 80 million price tag. That
seems a lot. One of them fellas in the club's I'll go and talk to him in a minute. Next thing you know, you make Gibbos over there swooped.
That doesn't happen.
I took it home.
What an crying. What an analogy. What are we talking about? Adama Traoré. Yeah. You might as well just go and try and pull him now. Gibbons convinced me. But no, I think I just think maybe a little bit longer and see. Do you know what? if we were going to sign him, I like the idea of just throwing him. Sam's still laughing behind the camera. I'm trying to do serious transfer chat here. All thinking about his game with Bill and Birds.
I'm buying Adam Traoré drink. That's what I'm saying. I'm seeing what he's saying. That's all I'm saying.
I quite like the idea if we were going to have. Imagine just keeping him on the bench for games and just throwing him on and just having people have to worry about him, because that's the. Like I was at the Wolves match recently, and he just looks so threatening, so dangerous. Even if sometimes it doesn't amount to that much, skinning 5 boys and then hitting out of play, for instance, like he did against us, he still looks threatening.
Yeah. I think the Traoré one's going to win and one. Obviously, we're going to have a gutter soon, I'm sure. I'm sure Rob will be wanting to do that. He'll be licking his lips at this. Also, a bit of talking today in the Telegraph about Lallana going most likely to Leicester, they think, which is an interesting one, because it was Brendan Rodgers who brought him to Liverpool, but also a few London clubs linked with him as well. So we shall see what happens there. But yeah, there'll be a gutter hosted by Rob Goodman on our audio service soon. But we're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit about some stuff the Anfield Wrap we've got coming up. And in the meantime, here's a little taster of the stats show that came out this morning. Sam Allardyce called Liverpool a long ball team, which is interesting. Lack of self-awareness there from Big Sam, or maybe he knows what it looks like and he's calling it. Neil's had a little bit of a look at whether that's true. So here's a little clip from that.
I want to start it talking about this long ball question. It's been come back up today, Liverpool are a long ball team, and I want to sort of get into what that actually means. As far as I'm concerned, there are two different types of long passing. One's the big switch from one flank to the other, and there's two types within that. Obviously, one's left to right and the other one's right to left. And then the other type of long passing is to pass it from your own final third into the opposition final third. So I've looked at all of that and I've gone through a number of sides. Now, there's a lot of slides in this one, but it doesn't necessarily need to be that long. And I'm also going to be hitting you with a fair few numbers. So the first slide as it comes up is all of Manchester City's passes in the Premier League from the left-hand flank to the right-hand flank. So everything from left to right, that Manchester City I've done in the Premier League. Now, there's a couple of little things to remember with this. One is that the ones that you see in the final third, in the line with the penalty area from left to right, or from right to left, could well actually be crosses that have just ended up being picked up by someone. So do bear that in mind when you're going through all of these. You can see a load of them from a City point of view. And we can see that, the yellow ones are the ones that have been unsuccessful, the red ones have been successful. So we can see the Manchester City slide there for the whole pitch, left to right the way through. And City are 20 successful and 8 unsuccessful passing left to right. Next one along is Leicester City, same thing, left to right. Leicester are 14 successful and 11 unsuccessful. You can see a fair few of them there around the middle third of the pitch from left to right, passing the ball well there. But this is over the course of the whole season, 25 attempts in total for Leicester, 14 successful, 11 unsuccessful. Next one along is Chelsea, and Chelsea actually really high on this in comparison, 34 successful and 12 unsuccessful. And again, a fair few of them sort of final 30 big balls to release themselves into the right-hand flank from the left. Intrigued by that, do bear that in mind. Next time you face Chelsea, it'll be something we'll come back to. The next one's Wolves. Wolves, in my mind, are a big switch team. But in this instance here, there's 22 successful and 14 unsuccessful. So that's 36 in total. 22 successful and 14 unsuccessful from left to right. Next one along is Arsenal. I just thought I'd have a little look. Arsenal, 32 successful, 9 failures from an Arsenal point of view. A fair few of them there coming from the left, big balls right the way over, and you can see them a bit more traditional as switches go. And the last one is the Reds. And the Reds from left to right, and look how much middle third there is from a Liverpool point of view. These are classic open the pitch up switches rather than crosses that are overhit or even trying to release someone into the final third. And Liverpool are 28 successful, 10 unsuccessful. So 38 attempts in total, which is more than everybody except for Chelsea and Arsenal. Arsenal 41 in total and Chelsea 46 in total from left to right. So there's your left to right big switches from a Liverpool point of view. By the way, do note that one at the very bottom of the pitch, the big yellow line going out for a throw-in right by our corner flag. What on earth was going on there? I'm trying to remember who that was in my mind. I've got Divock Origi in my head for some reason. It might have been at some point during a game he was trying to switch play in quite a dramatic way later on, and that's what happened, but that might be a cup game.
Nice one to Neil for that, and you can watch the full video on our subscription video service. So yeah, the stats show, but also everything else that we're putting out on there. Some brilliant stuff that the video team are working on at the moment as well. Some great stuff to look forward to. So if you're not subscribing to our video service yet, it might be a good opportunity to do so now. Just a few things I want to run through fairly quickly before we go. From a Liverpool point of view, obviously the men's team aren't playing this weekend, but there are opportunities to go and see some guys and girls in LFC Red. First of all, the women's team play a big Merseyside derby at Goodison Park on Sunday, so it's at Goodison, which is obviously fantastic for Everton ladies to be there. Don't play many of the games there in the season, but they are this Sunday, and there's a section just for Liverpool fans, so if you don't want to sit next to any stinking Blues, you don't have to, don't worry. There's a section just for Liverpool fans there. It should be a great game. Everton are flying this season, to be fair, doing really, really well, but Liverpool, you know, we need a win at the moment, so hopefully that'll come on Sunday. Should be a really good game. Do get down there at Goodison Park. I think it's a 2 o'clock kickoff if you can on Sunday. Also, the under-23s play this weekend as well in the Premier League Cup, so look out for that one as well. I think that's on LFC TV if you can't make it down. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, merch, yeah. Throughout the year we're always selling merchandise, but we've got this brand new t-shirt. It's Bobby Firmino one. It's nice, isn't it, Craig?
Yeah, it's like I always say, girls love Firmino tops as well, so if you want to wear that going out in Liverpool, that's that is the business apparently.
Yeah, just don't be too long at the sidelines, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, it's really smart. It's available in all sizes, and it's available to send out now, so if you've ordered it already, we'll be sending them out hopefully today, but yeah, these are available to get now, and it is really, really cool. Nice one to the guys who do such a great job on that. And then I want to talk a little bit about live shows, because obviously we're off to Ireland this weekend. Craig, me and you aren't. No. We're staying here, but 6 of the guys are going over to Ireland. We're doing... Which one? What is it tonight?
Belfast tonight, Dublin, and then Cork on Sunday.
Yeah, so there's still a few tickets left. Only 20 left for Dublin. So if you are still umming and ahhing about Dublin, you want to get in there quick. There's a few more left. I think 30 or 40 left for Belfast tonight, and also for Cork on Sunday. So a few tickets still available for that. So that should be really good. And then we're going over to America in March.
Yeah, that's exciting.
6 dates.
Yeah, it's the international breaks are meant to be for recuperation and sort of chilling out from football, and both times are away. We go to Toronto, Boston, New York, Austin, Atlanta, Delaware. I've got really good at doing them all in a row now. Dead excited about it. You can get tickets online at theanfieldwrap.com/tall-live. We'll put a little video at the end of this just to sort of give you a taste of what Anfield Wrap shows are like. Because why would you describe them, John? Because I know like people quite often they turn up and they think it's going to be like a quiet podcast where we all sit and it's, you know, we talk about footy and then we get off and that's it. But it's not really like that.
Yeah,
is it?
It's not really. You're not watching a podcast live. Obviously, a lot of podcasts tour now, and it's basically, you know, you're watching the sort of, you know, the show kind of being recorded. This is much more interactive. There's much more audience participation, whether we like it or not. Occasionally, you guys are involved, and it's basically just a celebration. Liverpool Football Club, wherever we go. So obviously, this team is well worthy of celebrating. So it's brilliant to all get together and all do that. Really. So you know, obviously there'll be talk on the stage from people you know, people who are doing the shows, but also you guys are involved. There's quizzes, there's giveaways, there's things like that. There's a bit of music often as well, and yeah, it's just a really good time. People enjoy them, and I think even people who've come along who don't necessarily support Liverpool have been dragged along by partners or friends or something. I've always really enjoyed it. They're entertainment.
My mates always come to the Irish ones. My mates followed us on our Irish tour last year, and they're all United fans. And to be honest, I think they were there just for a bit of a piss up, weren't they? But they enjoyed it as well because it's a laugh. It's not just, you know, the footy chat. Of course, there's footy chat, but it's a big laugh as well. Yeah. So and
the last section is always AFQ. So go as mad as you want, especially this weekend because we're not there.
My mum and dad are going tonight, which is like, it's the biggest indication that actually they're into the Anfield Wrap for content and not because I'm on it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Up Craig's mum and dad. So yeah, here's a little video that sums up what we do, but on live shows. So do get your tickets if you're in any of those places. If you are anyone else, or you'd like to come and see you, just let us know. We'll try and make something happen. But in the meantime, enjoy your weekend. Do try and check out some footy if you can, and we'll see you on Monday.
Stay standing up.